Hey fellas, Rusty coming at you. Today we're going to be looking at a pretty special knife. This knife is from the brand Ole Smoky. See if we can get a peek at that. That's O-L-E M-S-M-O-K-Y. So the Ole Smoky brand is or was started by Kevin Pipes and John Parker. And if you're familiar with those names, that's because they founded Smoky Mountain Knife Works, SMKW, in 1978. Now, prior to that, they spent many years in the 70s making and selling knives. And I think the Ole Smoky brand was one of those. So they had knives made by Boker, Camillus, and they had knives made in Pakistan. The general thinking, consensus, if you come across this is a Camillus Made trapper. That's what I'm finding online. Well, I don't believe that. I don't have a Camillus Stag trapper. I got one in Delrin. I got two in Delrin. Ooh, that's a sharp blade. But I have my own theory. But we'll get into that later. First of all, and secondly, I got a Stag Ole Smoky Stockman. So go look for that. But look at this Stag. That is a hump. That is sweet. So this is definitely genuine Stag. And we can cover more about that. We only have one pivot, and like my Stockman, it's kind of hammered. And I'm not sure if I mean hammered, but it's kind of rough, and you do feel that. But it's got this it's got this bone here, not bone. This is a Stag to protect it. But the Stag has great coloring. Excellent texture. Well, let's go ahead and take a peek at the liners. Looks like a bit of a height stepping. The smallest gap right there. So overall, I think the effort went on this is like a 9. I don't know. I mean, that's one place right there they could do a little bit better. But the blades are centered. The action is sweet. And I love the blade grinds. So, let's get out some comparison knives, shall we? What I think this is a Parker knife. And maybe you can see why I think that is. So this here is Parker Edwards, which is Jacksonville, Alabama. But when we bring these two out, I see a lot more similarities here than I do with my Camillus. I mean, the bolsters, and that actually, guys, I'm happy with my Parker knives. So we'll get that out. And this Ole Smoky is actually a better knife. Just opening it up and all that. Now the video on this one did not come that color. I did dye it. And when you do that, you can still get remnants. It was a mossy, murky, muddy green. Maybe a little bit like Rosecraft with some of their knives, the Nola Chucky Jack, and so on. And it's thick. I don't know if we covered that. It's just not as thick, if you can see that. So So there we are again. I don't know if we covered that, like it's all smooth. We looked at that. We looked at the tang etch. We did look at this blade. Let's look at the spade blade. And it does have a longer, kind of a deeper belly than a traditional trapper. But I'm going to bring out another knife here. And this is a Baron Son. And this is a limited edition 1 of 50. First production run 1 of 50 made. So this was made about the same time the Queen Made, Baron Son Queen Made knives. Now, why are you bringing that one out, Rusty? Well, a couple reasons. The Baron Son factory is the same factory that Parker knives were being made in Jacksonville, Alabama. And a lot of Baron Sons are going to have a clip point that's more similar to this. In this particular case, I believe they were emulating a Queen 19 because they got the contract to make Queen genuine Stag trappers, and this is more like the Queen 19 clip blade. So take a peek. So in a sense, we're comparing genuine Stag from lineage. This is what you're seeing today, and this is what you would have seen back then. This will have a satin ground blade, and this will have more of a mere polished. Now it's Baron Son versus what I believe is Parker or Ole Smoky. And you can see the blade stock is thicker on the... But I know you horny guys, you want to see the Stag. Show us the Stag, Rusty! Show us the Stag! There you go. Keep it in your pants. Oh, I must be in a mood. I like horns myself. Now this is what we call genuine India Sambar Stag. And in one case, they almost tricked me. And this is also a Parker knife out of Japan. It's an Eagle brand knife. And I think this is bone. They advertised it as sandbar Stag. Sandbar handles. Genuine sandbar. Well, the reason, I mean, I saw these, it's got a lot of Appaloosa. I thought, well, maybe antler dies that way, but I do think it might not be. I don't know. I see people referring to it as both ways, as bone and as Stag in the used market. Anyways, we'll get off of that. Where was I? I don't remember if I compared the spade blades on these, but want to do that. You guys are like, hey Rush, I think you already did do that. All right, we'll go ahead and put these away, kind of get them out here for a little comparison. And I want to thank you guys for your time. Bye now. And here's a look at the box that came in. It's an Ole Smoky genuine Stag trapper. This one is made in the USA. The model number is SM1210. We got 4 1/8 clothes length, genuine deer stake handles, stainless steel blades, and nickel silver bolsters and pins. That's nice for them to advertise all that for us. So thanks again.